My merit is that I do directly from nature. My first plein airs became when I was a child, about 5-6 years old. In this vlog, I decided to show you my deep love with plein airs, and I want to start with the history of plein air. Plein air appeared at the beginning of the 19th century in England, thanks to John Constable and Richard Parkes Bonington. In the days of Impressionism, plein air begins to be widespread. The Impressionists raised the importance of the etude made in the plein air to the paintings made in the studio. We have some interesting facts. Thanks to plein air, paints began to be produced in tubes. And for ease of carrying the easel, artists invented box easels. During my life, I had different equipments for painting outdoors. My first easel was usual wooden plank. Now I have professional box easel, which is made as a little studio. I have very comfortable and compact place for plein air painting. Artist John Rand patented his invention of the metal tube. Before the advent of familiar metal tubes, artists transported paints and pigments in washed and cleaned pig bladders. I'm very impressed with these facts, and I'm so grateful to this artist who made this significant contribution in making our life easier in storing paints using tubes. I use different palettes, but this one from Holbein is my favorite. I can squeeze almost all my paints here as it has a good capacity. And I need to do it before the plein air, even before leaving home, as my paints must be dry. Otherwise, they can flow and make unpleasant surprise in the back. Some tubes are hard to open, and I use various helpers. This one is for squeezing out the paint from the tubes. It makes it very efficient. The pliers I use to unscrew the caps. Some of them stick to the tube so hard that I don't have the strength to open with my hands. Also, I have a small palette for sketching if I go to the cafes or somewhere where I can't take my big bag. This is my kit of brushes and instruments. I will show you them. These brushes are my favorite. They are from various brands and serve different purposes. Except the brushes, I also take graphic materials: black pen and pencil, white pen and pencil. If I travel with the airplane, I don't take the knife, otherwise you will have to say goodbye to the knife at the security checks. Also, I would recommend before the flight to check the conditions on the transported items. It was the plastic red stick for scratching. This is the pencil with the cover. Mechanical pencil, various erasers, and the soap for the brushes. This case I use for various little things, the same as clips, erasers and paints with opaque color, or those colors which end so fast in plein airs. My travel kit brushes, spray and pencil I also take with me. The square bottle for water, paper tape and spray. Cotton paper, sketchbook with cotton paper and collapsible cup. So, I checked the paints. It seems that they dried up. I will take this case with me with my main instruments for plein air, cause sometimes I'll go somewhere without my big bag and I can sketch with a limited number of materials. For sure, I take my box easel with me, but I need to take off the glass foil and make it a bit easier to carry. And tripod for my easel. I need to hard fix palette inside the box so that it won't make noise while walking. Some napkins and the folding sitting surface. Almost everything is ready for packing. Usually I spend the whole day for preparing for a long trip. So many details which I have taken into account. I need to have a rest with a cup of coffee and enjoy reading the book about Monet to inspire me for my long trip. I'm ready for packing. Everything is inside. Let's weight it down. Is it interesting? Let's see. I think it's not too heavy. Also, for a long trip, I take these care products for my skin, cause I don't use sunscreen, and the first aid kit. Disinfector, plaster, bandage, scissors, sewing kit, tweezers, adhesive tape, paracetamol and activated charcoal, inhales. It's my kit, but you can have your own according to your health needs. And lastly, my clothes. I know the weather conditions on the place where I'm going to. It's summertime, but I will be in various places where it can be warm or chilly weather. Apart from clothes, I take sunglasses and umbrella. So, I'm ready. And if you are ready to put aside fears and go beyond the boundary of your home to go on a long journey in searching for life in nature, which will without any doubts become your best teacher on your creative path, you are ready to accept all the inconvenience and difficulties of painting outside the home, to unity with nature, to recognize in everyone you meet your friend and yourself. You will not lose heart but learn from your mistakes and look for answers. Then plein airs will become for you a point of creative growth and springboard on your way. When you back home after the plein airs, you will never be the same artist.